Hey guys, so I'm sitting down with you today because I have some new to me products that I really want to share with you, particularly two new Riddle Oil scents that Chelsea, the founder of Riddle Oil, sent over to me for review, as well as this really nice face oil that she gifted to me that I wasn't expecting. So I wanted to share some details on that. And what else? Ever since I got back from the Philippines, as you can tell, I'm a lot darker, and most of the foundations, well, the two that I always use, the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint and my Beauty Counter Tint Skin, I can't wear them right now because I'm just, it's just not a good match for me. I think I could get away with the Glossier Skin Tint, but one of the products that I had on my wish list for a while is the Alima Pure Satin Matte Foundation. And if you watched my packing video in my morning chat a few days ago, I talked about how I got this recently, but I wasn't able to wear it because it's a pretty dark shade. And I was like crossing my fingers that I got tanned enough after the Philippines that I can break into this. So I'm gonna get started with my foundation. And the 2 weeks that I was in the Philippines, I didn't wear makeup, and it was really freeing. And this Monday, when I filmed my morning chat, that was the first time I'd put on makeup in a while. I was just thinking, okay, I don't want to have to mask everything. Like, my skin's not great right now, but it's doing okay. I still have hyperpigmentation, as always, and I have like a few little breakouts on my chin. It's not a big deal, but I will be skipping concealer and just going in with this powder. I think it's a pretty good match right now for my skin, and honestly, when I first put it on, I felt like I didn't really see a difference. Like, because it looks like my skin, it feels like there's no product actually being applied. I'm sure this brush has a lot to do with it too, but I feel like it's going on really smoothly. Like, it feels really, really good on my face. One thing that I did notice with using this Alima Pure Satin Matte Foundation is that I do have to give my skin a little bit of time to just soak in the moisturizer and the face oil. Otherwise, I feel like it doesn't glide on as smoothly. And I do have to go in with a lighter hand with this, because if you can tell here, it's already looking a little bit orange. So that's pretty much all I've been doing the last 4 days. And that's my base. So underneath my foundation, I actually forgot to put on sunscreen, but I did use the Riddle Oil Face Oil. This is the Riddle Botanicals, all organic and artisan crafted, restorative, regenerating, and rejuvenating, and it's for all skin types and all ages. So just right off the bat, what I noticed about this bottle is that it's huge. Usually with face oils, I feel like the most common size that it comes in is the 1 fluid ounce. And this, I believe, is 3.38. So you get 3 times as much product for about like a similar price point. This retails for $120. And I know that when I was using my Maya Chia, that was 1 fluid ounce, Maya Chia Super Couple, 1 fluid ounce at around, I think, $85. And then I just got a Mahalo face oil, and I think that ran close to $100. And again, that was 1 fluid ounce. So just to tell you a little bit more about the uses and benefits of this face oil, it is a non-greasy moisturizer for morning and night. It can also be used as a makeup remover, a makeup primer. It's relaxing and uplifting with aromatherapy benefits. It reduces enlarged pores, sterilizes skin, and assists in treating acne. Oh, I must have missed that when I read the description the first time. And reduces wrinkles. So there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, about 9 ingredients that went in here. First of all, it's organic baobab, or I've heard different pronunciations for this oil. I've heard baobab or baobab oil, and it comes from the baobab tree, which blooms once a year. And this tree is native to Australia, Africa, and Madagascar. So it's supposed to be really rich in antioxidants, high in vitamin C and vitamins A and B, which tighten and hydrate the skin. And it's also rich in omegas 3, 6, and 9 fatty acids that help maintain the integrity of skin cell membrane. Organic frankincense oil to help the appearance of large pores, and it helps to reduce acne blemishes. Organic rose geranium oil, which is anti-inflammatory, antidepressant, astringent. Organic myrrh oil, which has anti-cancer benefits, is antibacterial, anti-parasitic. Organic neroli oil lowers inflammation and pain. Organic rosewood oil is an aphrodisiac, and it can keep your brain cool, active, sharp, and alert. It's also good for stretch marks and scarring. And organic blue lotus oil. This regulates oil production and is a natural moisturizer. It's known to be one of the most rare oils and linked to spiritual growth. Organic lavender oil helps treat acne, eczema, detoxify skin, heals burns, and irritation. It tones skin and relieves anxiety. And the last one is organic tea tree oil, which reduces cold sores, fights acne, reduces dark spots and blemishes. It's also antiviral and antifungal. So you're supposed to take a nickel size amount and apply it to your face and neck morning and night. And for people with extra dry skin, which is usually me, my cheeks get really dry, you can also add this into your moisturizer. So what I did today was I just layered on my products. I didn't think to mix it. So I washed my face. I forgot to tone. And I went in with this, and then I used my normal face cream. I want to say I've used this about 3 or 4 times now, just in rotation with my other face products. So I haven't been using it consistently for an extended period of time. So I can't really share any huge benefits or changes I've noticed in my skin. But just based off the ingredients alone, what I can share with you is that the combination of all the essential oils, it hasn't broken me out at all. But I can't say that it's actually significantly cleared up my acne or anything. So I'm going to keep using this, and hopefully I can share a more in-depth review after a long period of time. I think I'm actually going to skip under eye concealer too, just because I want to keep this as simple as possible. But I will be going in with my Bite Beauty Brioche. This is the multi-stick that I've been using, and I just dot a little bit on my cheeks like that. So today is Thursday, and for the longest time Thursdays have been my YouTube video days, unless something came up that needed my attention. But Thursdays I don't work. But starting this week, actually, my schedule changed, and I have to teach a class. Actually, 2 classes today. Actually, 3 classes today. And I had a few things that I needed to take care of this morning. So this video is I'm filming it later than I planned. So most likely, I'm going to take a break after putting on my makeup, and then when I get back from work, I'll finish up the video, just in case you guys are like, whoa, your hair dried quick. I'm just putting on a little bit of Halo Scope in Moonstone, and I have to say the finish is, I guess the finish and the color is a little bit similar to the RMS Living Luminizer, and I have been enjoying the process of using it in stick form as opposed to dipping my finger into the RMS Living Luminizer. But honestly, if you already have the RMS Living Luminizer, there's no need for this one. And I really just picked it up because 1, I had Glossier credit, and 2, my sister was coming to Korea, so I figured, oh, I'll just ask her to bring it for me. And then lastly, when I placed this order to her months ago, it was when Moonstone was supposed to be limited edition, but now Glossier's added it to their permanent line. So there's that. But I'm just taking Lace Teddy, which is this soft pink here. And this is the one color I'm just going to swipe on my eyelids. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like with all the sun exposure that I got in the Philippines, my eyebrow tattoo, or my microblading, I I feel like it's faded quite a bit. So I scheduled a retouch appointment next week. So I'm gonna go get that. Get the little, yeah, this part is really, really light. My goal is to not have to fill in my eyebrows at all for the next few months. You know, since I paid a lot of money to get them microbladed. The one thing that I don't like about that whole process is after you get your eyebrows microbladed, you kind of look like a hot mess for the next, I don't know, for me, this time around, the recovery was like 15 to 17 days of just scabbing and, you know, seeing people. And some people know it's obviously because I got my eyebrows done, but a lot of people will be like, so you look different. What's going on? And then if I mentioned, oh yeah, I got my eyebrows done, it's like, oh yeah, I thought maybe you filled it in a little bit differently today. I'm like, oh man, if that, I mean, I'm not a makeup artist, but if you think I did that on purpose, where just some parts are just very, very dark and it's falling off my skin, then what does that say about me? Okay, what else? My lips. I've moisturized with the Agave Lip Balm from Bite Beauty. I love this. I'm just gonna add a little bit of lip color. This is the Vapor Siren lipstick in the shade Courage. And I have been using this on the days that I just want a little bit of color, but not like a full-on red lip. Alright, your girl's gotta go, but I will be back with drier hair. Okay, so now on to the superstars of this video. We have two new scents by Riddle Oil. They're called Poppy and Muse. And I have done a review of the entire line, and I will link that for you guys down below and also up in the cards. I think it's this way. So in that video, I spoke about why I just love Riddle Oil as a brand, and I was interested in them because I was looking for a non-toxic alternative to fragrances. Because as you know, most conventional perfumes and colognes, they like contain hundreds of chemicals that we just don't even know what's in them, right? Like companies can list just fragrance or perfume and then we don't know what that consists of. So in the process of me cleaning up my fragrance collection, I picked up the Riddle Oil in the original scent in the 50 milliliter size, and that's even before Chelsea sent me any of the other scents in her line. So with Riddle Oil, let's see, the description for the original says, it's made from amber resins and musky base notes. It's often described as your skin but better. And what's really cool about the Riddle Oil original scent is that it smells slightly different on everyone because it mixes with your body's natural scent. And it is seriously such a subtle but beautiful scent. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. And whenever I wear it, it feels like me. Like, I feel like I have taken myself and like put it into a bottle, and that's just what it smells like on me. And I think that's what's really cool about this product. It's so unique to each person. Even on Brandon, it smells slightly different than it does on me. All the Riddle Oils are cruelty-free, vegan, free of harmful chemicals, and contain no carrier oils. And I really like that if you go onto riddleoil.com, it teaches you even how to apply it. And some of the cool things that I learned is that you're supposed to apply it to your pulse points. So on the inside of your wrists, behind your ears, where else? Inside of your elbows, the back of your knees, and your breastbone. I typically just wear it behind my ears because ever since I got my Apple Watch, I try not to have too many like moisturizers or sunscreens or oils on my skin, just because I don't want it to get on the band or, you know, on the sensor right here. So I just apply it right here, and I feel like that's more than enough for me. And one thing I did notice is that apart from the original Riddle Oils, all of the other scents, they're a lot stronger. So with Riddle Oil Original, it's harder for me to smell it on myself throughout the day, but with Poppy, and Muse and everything else in the line, I smell it all day. Like every time, like seriously, this was me in the Philippines. Like I would just go like, oh, Julie, I smell so good. And I would keep saying this to my sister, and she's like, yeah, I get it, you smell really good. And with my sister too, like during the week that she was here in Korea, I had her wear a new scent every single day because I wanted to gift one to her, and I wanted her to pick one that felt like her. I also gifted Santal, which is Christine's favorite scent. I gifted that to my friend Gail, and what was really interesting about that is I wanted to love Santal as much just because Christine raved about it so much, but the scent didn't feel like me, even though it smelled really good. And it was a scent that I wished I had in like candle form so that my apartment could smell like it. But once I gave it to Gail and she started wearing it around me, I would catch whiffs of it, and I almost wanted to like ask for it back because it smelled really good on her and it smelled like Gail. And as for my sister, the one that she chose to take with her for the rest of her backpacking trip is Sundara, and that's a beautiful scent too. I personally like that, but I love it on her more than I liked it on me. I just remember walking down the street, and anytime I was walking behind her or if I was next to her and she would just move her hair and I would catch whiffs of it, it just smelled so her, so Julie, and so comforting. And another tip that Chelsea provides on the website is to layer and keep moisturized. When using fragrance oil, it's important to know that the oil will absorb into your skin, and it will be less fragrant if it's applied to dry skin. Being well moisturized is important when it comes to diffusing scent. It's even better to layer your scent with the same scented lotion to get more for your money and have a longer lasting effect. And the last tip that I learned that I found really helpful was when you apply your oils, so I won't put it directly on my wrists, but maybe like my elbows. Show you my elbows, the inside of my elbows. So you want to make sure that you roll it on, and then you don't want to rub it because you don't want to break down the molecules. So actually, not right now because I'm wearing a long sleeve, but when I was on vacation, I actually did put some on my elbows and then I just went like that. So out of these two, and actually out of the entire line after the original, I have to say hands down, my favorite scent is Poppy. It brings me so much joy every time I apply it, and that there's more to share on that because I've briefly mentioned in this week's morning chat about how I slept in like a kind of a stinky hostel, and there were nights I couldn't fall asleep because it just smelled so bad, and we were sleeping in these bunk beds, but they kind of felt like I was sleeping in a coffin, and you can imagine like how humid it got in there, and so it just kind of made the smell worse. Anyway, so before bedtime, after I'd shower, I would put a little bit of Poppy on, and I swear to you, this is one of the few things that kept me sane while I was sleeping. And so anytime there was a little bit of movement, I would get a whiff of this, and it's just it was so comforting. And even now, when I smell it, it just brings me so much peace. So the notes in Poppy are melon, lemon, lily, cyclamen, poppy, freesia, violet, jasmine, rose, ylang ylang, orange blossom, and musk. So when I first got this package and I smelled both of them, I liked Poppy a lot, but for some reason I was drawn to Muse. I can't really, I'll read you the notes, but I can't tell you exactly what it smells like. But the feeling that I got is when I smelled this, I imagined myself on a beach drinking a pina colada. It's a very sweet scent. The scent notes include bergamot, bay, ivy, marine, peony, magnolia, honeysuckle, sandalwood, agarwood, amber, musk, peach, and coconut. So I think just based on the notes alone, if I were to pick up one of these scents blindly, I feel like I would have been drawn to Muse just because I really like sandalwood, I really like coconut, and I love bergamot. What I notice is that this is a very strong scent, meaning just right out of the bottle, it's very, very sweet. And then at the end of the day, it still smelled as if I just applied it not too long ago. So I would say that if you are into the sweeter, stronger fragrances, you might like this one. But for me, out of the two, like hands down, like Poppy is my jam. Like I absolutely love this. And you know what else I found interesting is I actually want to ask Chelsea, the founder, about this. But you know, with the Riddle oils, you don't spray it on like your traditional perfumes. You're only just kind of rolling it on. Well, me at least, I roll it on the back of my ears. But whatever I'm wearing that day, the next day, when I smell my shirt, like my clothes, even down here, it just smells like the Riddle oils. Like I don't know how it's doing that, because I just feel like the distance between the Riddle oil and like my clothes, you know, it's not directly on it. So yeah, that's really fascinating. And even my suitcase, when I got home and I opened up my suitcase, it just smelled like Poppy in the most like non-offensive, just subtle way. It's actually very magical. I have to note to self to ask Chelsea about this. I think that pretty much sums up my thoughts on the Riddle oils. Again, I would recommend you watch my first Riddle oil video, because I go more in depth about the other fragrances in the line, as well as some cool things that I learned regarding scent from Chelsea. And if you're keen on picking up any of these oils for yourself or as a gift to someone you love, I will have a coupon code down below that you can enter to save 10% at checkout. Chelsea, thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to experience your beautiful products. I love your brand. I love what you're doing and what you stand for. And I'm just very privileged to share my love for that. So on that note, thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great day. Bye.